Hello friends, this is Cold Run. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We're here today in Old Charlie and ready to continue with the last of the two unlock quests that I've found so far. There might be some I'm missing. If I'm missing something major, let me know, but these are the last I've seen before I plan to do the next part of the MSQ, the 6.1 stuff, which I plan to do next time. So we got where no Lotbread has gone before. And I wandered Charlie, and let me just knock this out. I think it's just going to be the the thing that unlocks one of those Minstrel's ballad, like, I guess extremes? I don't remember what they are, but yeah, I'll do this and then I'll head to, this looks like the interesting one. Yeah, so this is just, okay, yeah, this is just the, unlocks the, I guess these are specifically the extremes, right? Not the savages, these are the extremes of the trials. This is for Zodiark. Born of ancient men, a divinity was freed. Their hopes unrequited, they knew no reprieve. Born of mortal men, a champion did arise, ascending to the heavens, ruination to defy. That the ancients should sacrifice half their number to save the star. The strength of their resolve makes me tremble in admiration. You know, Emmett Selk said, remember us, and I'm glad that the Wandering Minstrel is going to honor them and not see them as monsters. I mean, they did some monstrous stuff, but that first part, I don't think it was. I think it's everything after, because I really don't think summoning Zodiark to save the world from extinction was the problem. I think it was afterwards, once they stabilized things and they just kept going. I think that's where it went off the rails. So this is for the Heidelin extreme. Though eons apart, two kindred souls met. Apart they would walk all life to protect. Eons thence their paths would converge as goddess and mortal to silence the dirge. You got some game, Wandering Minstrel. So this is the Wandering Minstrel talking about the End Singer and Ultima Thule. In nature, there's a phenomenon wherein the structure of a massive object may resemble that of something diminutive. Might it not be possible that the structure of the sea of stars resembles that of the heart and mind, of the complex mechanisms that govern our feelings? I guess, sure. On the assumption that it is so, I'm led to wonder, what was the true nature of the End Singer? What was it exactly that you defied at the edge of existence? I mean, I didn't think it was that... Weird to say, I don't mean to say this in a diminutive way, but I didn't think it was that deep. I thought it was basically a souped-up version of the Matea with all the power they built up over time, joined together at that point, joined together in, in their despair, like, fueled by the memories of all those they empathized with and all that despair. I thought it was just a strong being. Huh, these are just the wild ramblings of a minstrel. Pray do not lose sleep over it. That makes me think I'm missing something big. I don't know. I just assumed that it was like, it was a... Medion had the power to manipulate... What do you call it? Not manipulate Arkasodra, that's the elephants. To manipulate... Akasha? Is it? No. Aksha... The thing that's not ether. And I thought that was just... It just made this kind of protective realm that was made up of that. But I maybe there's something I'm missing about that. Still, I must say the idea of an entity that hoards despair has quite roused my imagination. Had the Endsinger succeeded in gathering but a few more stars worth of despair, nay, perhaps even that of a few more souls, might the outcome have been different? It might have. Wah! Yes, I believe I shall explore such an eventuality in the song. Yeah, why not make the Endsinger more powerful? The light of hope kindled by your comrades is brilliant. Alas, so dark is the despair you face, not even that light can pierce it. An inexorable verse of oblivion performed at the farthest reaches of existence. I shall name it the Endsinger's Aria. Yep, pretty far away. I'm just disappointed they didn't keep the alliteration, because they had... was Zodiark's Fall, Heidelin's Call. I was hoping it would be like the Endsinger's Ball or something, but no, Endsinger's Aria. Okay. Jammingway, what do you have? Are we delving back into, what do you call it, into, like, cyberspace? Jammingway is in need of your brains and brawn, mostly the latter. Yeah, I mean, I'm basically hired muscle. Look at me. Look at those potato arms. Jammingway. Kakushu! You're a Kakushu, yes? Oh, thank you ever so much for coming. In truth, I've been searching all over for you. You see, there is a most pressing matter for which I could use your wisdom and expertise. Okay. Oh, but we haven't actually been introduced yet, have we? The name's Jammingway. I had the honor of serving as the communications officer aboard the Ragnarok. Oh, we've been through the fire together. So anyway, to the matter I spoke of, it began the other day when my curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to send a reconnaissance probe to Ultima Thule to investigate the environs. That's right, so this is going to be diving into the Alphatrons, or the Omicrons. Alphatrons. The Omicrons. Either way, it sounds like some Transformers villain race. Imagine my surprise when my robotic friend responded just a short while ago with a most urgent and dire distress signal. A distress signal from Ultima Thule? Now, even after you and your companions mercifully put an end to the threat of the final days? Surely this intrigues and worries you as much as it does me. I was just about to venture there to investigate further, but there's no telling what dangers might await. I am a communications officer, not an adventurer. Please join me at Thaumazain so we may boldly go where you have gone before. Well played, game. Kakushu, I knew you'd come. Clearly, we have inquiring minds and a crushing need to be of use and comment. I do have that. Any road, I am pleased to report that the Ragnarok has already been prepared for our journey. A journey that, fortunately, will not require the massive quantities of ether that were necessary for our previous voyage beyond the stars. How can this be, you wonder? Hells if I know. They're just like, yeah, don't worry about it. We're going back to Ultima Thule. Don't sweat it. Whether it's a parting gift from Mother or perhaps the manifestation of Medion's true desire, this vessel is strongly connected to Ultima Thule. Sure, let's go with that. So strongly, in fact, that it somehow simultaneously exists in both locations? Here in Labyrinthos and out at the edge of the universe. What? Oh, they must be talking about, like, why when you teleport to Ultima Thule, it's there and not here. They're just playing... Okay, they're just playing around, I think. Is this making more sense to you now? No? Well, matters little. What matters is that we get to the other side and see what's troubling my dearest probe. Off we go. Okay, we're off. See? The Ragnarok exists here, surely as it did, and does back in Labyrinthos. With the vessel forming a conduit of sorts, we may also easily teleport between the two locations. Convenient, wouldn't you say? Very convenient. Gameplay over story in cases like this, totally fine with that. I've been watching my friend play The Witcher 3, my friend Proustian play The Witcher 3, and it's funny the choices that some games make when a game sacrifices gameplay and comfort for, like, realism. It's usually not my cup of tea in the same way, but it depends. Precisely because the locations are so indelibly connected to each other, however, I fear that whatever has triggered my probe's distress signal has the potential to threaten Labyrinthos as well, and so I would investigate without delay. Alright, so we're heading to Base Omicron. Maybe I noticed this before and I just forgot, but I don't think I noticed this. That the striking dummies here are the level checkers. What a cool detail. Well played. N7000. Reading database. Organic life form identified as Kukushu. Standard greeting protocol. Hello. Jammingway. Ah, Kukushu, this is my precious reconnaissance automaton. And yet it would appear this good-for-nothing bucket of bolts has gotten his oily paws all over it. I wouldn't insult, like, the super war robot to its face like that, but so Jammingway is either brave or foolish, and I'm leaning towards the latter. And yet it would appear, like, smart but a little bit foolish. And yet it would appear this good for... Okay, Perry, stand by for a moment while I give it a good talking to. Okay. You miserable sack of sockets? What in heaven's name do you think you're doing with my oh-so-valuable automaton? Contemplating logic circuits, N7000 categorically denies the accusation of this hirsute organism. So N7000 can sass back. An advanced life form such as N7000 has no need for such outdated technology. On the contrary, this unit took pity on the makeshift machine and the primitive society which created it, and deigned to issue a warning. Primitive, outdated. Oh my god, it's doing the cute face rub in anger. I'll show you primitive and outdated. Wait, what's this warning you speak of? Explain in imprecise terms that your crude mind might Boy, is the shoe on the other foot for the Loporrits at this moment. Getting talked down to now. Unusual for them. Sometime after the organic life form known as Kukushu came in contact with M017, the Omicrons noticed an irregularity. Specifically, a powerful burst of energy from the remnants of a lost world. No doubt a reaction to Kukushu and her... I don't know what lost world they could be talking about. And her companions defeating the Endsinger. Stigma 1. Fortunately, the energy wave itself caused no appreciable damage. Less fortunately, it housed within it an encoded message from the strategic matrix known as Stigma 1. Containing a single word, a single command, live. This is the thing that Omega was, like, confused by, because Stigma 1 was, like, the change agent in this group. Or no, Sir was, but I think Sir is Stigma 1, right? That seems innocent enough. Whatever is the problem? The message reached the sensors of Stigma 4, a logistics matrix that has long lain dormant. Shocked back to life at the behest of its fellow intelligence, it has resumed its duties in constructing weapons of mass destruction. That's how it interprets live, is just make WMDs. Furthermore, there's a statistical probability of 99% that it will launch a full-scale assault on your eminently detectable home planet as soon as production is complete. Okay, so the moon was about to be destroyed until we did Smileton, and now Aetheris is about to be destroyed until we do this place. Wah! Can't produce weapons if you're exploded. Perhaps we can remove its power source somehow. Let's go with the... You know what? Let's go with the more peaceful option. Perhaps we can remove its power source somehow. This unit projects that this would be less than ideal. Stigma 4's production capabilities are necessary to ensure that the Omicron's existence is maintained in perpetuity. Disabling or destroying it is incompatible with the command issued by Stigma 1. Is there no way we can simply change its mind? If Stigma 4 is convinced that war is essential to its survival, could we not persuade it that an unprovoked offensive might threaten its existence even more? I don't think it's going to believe it from a rabbit. The grubby organic... Oh, maybe. Organic life form's proposition has merit. You called it her suit and grubby? Also, I don't think that's what her suit means. Like, that's... The Loporrit is not what I would call her suit by any definition. Grubby, maybe. As a military information and operations specialist, this unit does possess the capability to rewrite the memory banks of other artificial intelligences. If this unit were to hack Stigma 4's neural core and implant the memory that such an offensive once led not to victory but to failure and near eradication, it must logically conclude that preemptive attack is ill-advised. So it's not convincing it. It's basically rewriting its memory to believe that's the case. It's not like the art of Loporrit persuasion. To accomplish this, this unit will access Stigma 4 and use a dimensional manipulator to generate a virtual environment simulating its memories of war. This unit will access Stigma 4 and use a dimensional manipulator to generate a virtual environment This is some actual, like, I hear Inception talked as like dream within a dream. This is Inception in like in the meaning from the movie and like trying to implant an idea in its head. You must traverse the environment and nullify Stigma 4's expectations of victory. Gotcha. This is going to be pretty cool. I love the idea of this. That sounds simple and not at all likely to get us killed. What do you say, Kakushu? I mean, I'm the one who's going to be doing it. Can't be any tougher than Omega, right? Right. Sure, let's go with that one. Commencing Strategic Operations Protocol. All participants in this mission, please accompany this unit to the access point at once. From this access point, it will be possible for this unit to establish a communications interface with Stigma 4's neural network. You may be interested to know that this is the first time this unit has been able to perform its intended function since the day it was commissioned. This is a big day for you, N7000. Mazel tov. This unit is honored and will do its utmost to maximize the probability of success. Are you saying you've never actually done this before? You really had me going with your advanced intelligence talk, but at least my probe had work experience. The flea-ridden life. This is like the beginnings of like a buddy comedy. The flea-ridden life form's evaluation is inaccurate. This unit is equipped with dynamic functionality. It simply has not encountered technology formidable enough to require its full capabilities before. Jammingway is just getting roasted. I feel bad for that rabbit on the spit. Utterly cooked. More significantly, this unit has succeeded in establishing the interface with Stigma 4. All that remains is for you to enter the simulation and use whatever puny weapons are at your disposal to destroy the core that lies within. What did I do to you? What did the two of us do? I guess Jammingway was insulting you, but I didn't do anything to you. That should see the Matrix sufficiently traumatized. This unit will remain in this physical space to ensure the communication interface remains stable as you carry out the operation. Do take care. Though if you die in the game, you die in real life. Any pain you suffer within will feel quite real. The Stigma Dreamscape. That Omega music is back. Yep. Chicken tenders and curly fries, or whatever it is. So good. And look at this place. Just look at it. This is very Borg Cube-ish. Projection and simulated memory confirmed. You now witness the final war between our kind. With the Alphatron stars' resources depleted beyond sustainability, we're on the brink of destruction. Those who had claimed the resources of other stars clashed with those who believed an Alphatron might yet be saved. This was a civil war. When is this? Stigma 4, then known as Alpha 4, is positioned in the weapons manufacturing facility. Was this before they decided to go empire building? I thought that happened before they all became like Omicrons. Maybe not. As part of the faction favoring subjugation of other stars, it created units for the upcoming invasion. Yeah, so this was pre-Empire weapons manufacturer. Look at this place. Alert, your presence has been detected. Sentinel units approaching current coordinates. This place is so flipping cool! Yeah, this is an Omega-style enemy. I guess, yeah, makes sense. Stigma 4 detected. Eliminate the unit guarding it and destroy its core. Proto-Omega. Yeah, it's like a blockier, chunkier Omega. I wonder if it's going to have the starboard, larboard. Side cannons is like starboard, larboard. Rear interceptors. Let's not be at its rear. Yeah. And it looks like it lasts a little bit, but it's hard to say. I don't know if this is going to drop something on the ground, so I'll get out of the way just in case. It does drop something on the ground, just like Omega. Electric slide. That's an interesting one. That was a push out plus a stack, so you have to get close to it, but on the right side of it, on the correct side of it. Let me face it the other way, maybe? I don't know. I don't quite know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, yeah, so it's just kite it away. Yeah, so we have to stack, but get on the correct side. Very cool. That's a new mechanic. That's a new combo of mechanics. I like it a lot. Okay. I like that boss a lot. It was expected, but I'm okay with that. Stigma 4 has initiated evasive action, establishing connection, something, something. Teleportation construct. This memory region reflects our people's first encounter with another star, the subjugation of Gordona. Our objective was to obtain the rich mineral resources of the Gordonite asteroid belt by any means necessary. Yeah, this is this is them fighting against... Are those humanoid? No, those are just mechs. I don't know if they're sentient mechs. Probably not, though. The Gordonites boasted considerably advanced technology, but their machines proved inferior to the invading force. I can't tell you how cool this is. I mean, of course I can, but I'm not good at... I don't know. This is very cool. Let's go with that. Let's go with this is flipping cool. Controls unresponsive. Guardian 032 offline. Crush the enemy, turn to the scrap. No, that's them who's saying it. Okay. So we got Omicron Invader and Delta Invader. I guess those are different, just different troops. Different, like, squadrons, because he's Lambda Invader too. Yeah, those just must be different squadron type deals. The Lambda unit before use produced in Gordona with local materials. This became our standard operating protocol. That's good. They're using sustainable agriculture for mining weapons of war. Arch Lambda. So this is like a proto, one of those Magna Rotor type enemies. Wheel. What's Wheel? Oh, it's a tank buster. Automobile assault cannon. I think this should be safe. Oh god! I was wrong! Okay, you have to watch where it ends up. Okay. Automobile sniper cannon. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I messed up somehow, but I'm not... Like, I had 4 on me. I saw there were other people with 4 on... There was something else with 4 on them. I don't know if maybe I was supposed to get near the other 4. I'm not sure. It's going to die before you see the mechanic again, I think, unfortunately. It's just going to go there, then there, then there, then there. Okay, great. So I want to get over here. Yes. Got the mechanic. Gotcha. Stigma 4 has retreated into the next memory region. This unit requests you pursue with all haste. The Dragon Star. Here we go. Here we friggin... The Dragon's assault has created a breach in the barrier. Infiltrate the facility. So this is the Dragons attacking probably a remote base that they set up. We're actually seeing this. We're actually seeing this. I love this game. The dragons were our strongest enemy, and it was through their capture and study that Stigma 4 learned the principles of adaptive evolution. Dragons have really been through it. They get captured by the Alligans. They get captured by these guys. Ah. Hybrid... I didn't notice this until just now. Hybrid dragon. Is this something that the Omicrons made? I think so. Yeah, because they're saying that they learned, like, taking what they found from other people, other races, and, yeah, these principles were used to design the systems of the Omega model, first deployed in an unfinished state. I wonder if we're going to actually see Midgardsormr at some point here. Probably not. Midgardsormr was, like, not some legend. He was strong, but he wasn't, like, the legendary protector of the Battle of the Dragon Star, I don't think. Access to Sigma's force perceived self-confirmed. Intruder detected, analyzing potential for knowledge acquisition, affirmative. Additional data desired, transferring Omega unit to present coordinates. Siege Matrix Stigma 4. So, transferring Omega unit to present coordinates? So is it going to bring in Omega as like a phase? Maybe. Yeah, I guess they did bring the Omega frame. I don't know. Okay, so let's take out the Hybrid Dragon. Fire Breath. Let's get behind it, maybe? Yeah. AI takeover. Fascinating. Deploying new rocket. Oh, shit. Yeah, no slow-moving punchers, that. Capabilities exceed expected values. Initializing transformation sequence. Almost looks like... Is that like a genetic double helix sort of thing? So genetic double helix thing meant get out. I'm going to say this means get in because it's like a similar but different. Yeah, I think this is just get in. Okay. Mind hack? What's mind hack? We've seen mind jack. Neural structure of hostile life forms analyzed. Standby for interruption to something. Oh, shit! I didn't see the about face sort of thing. Okay, so there must have been a debuff that said, like, go left or go right or something. Atomic ray. Let's get the defensives up. Yeah. Multi-AI takeover. Proto-rocket punch. Oh, shit. Get over there. Okay. Yeah, I'm having a fair bit of lag here when for some of the parts of this fight. Not lag, but the game's graphics stutter. Okay, we got it before it's self-destructed. Mind hack. Let's see what this is. Move left. Okay, so we're going to go left when... Okay, gotcha. So this means get out. So if we go here, we'll go left and we'll be safe. Yes. And we're done. Okay. Super, super cool dungeon. I am a big supporter of this. This was great. And they used Omega, but they used the Omega model, but they used it as a jumping off point. They didn't rely on it. Like, mechanically. We did it. We saved the Theorist from destruction. Jammingway. Oh, Kakushu, I knew you could do it. N7000 and I were monitoring your progress the entire way. Stigma 4! Hopefully, you won't know that we just hacked you? Awaiting orders. Okay. Okay. I wasn't expecting to see Stigma 4 out here. Operation status success. Stigma 4 has abandoned its military offensive. New orders to Stigma 4. Stigma 4 is instructed to immediately cease production of all weapons and attack units and initiate production of diplomatic hologram units. Stigma 4 was really around from... was one of the architects, even, of the... of their empire. Analysis of memory data complete. Further pursuit of planned invasion is calculated to have a 99.999% probability resulting in utter annihilation. Orders are deemed strategically and logistically sound. Reconfiguring production infrastructure. Take that, glowing eyeball. Don't sass it. Again, don't sass the war machine of mass destruction. Oh, my dearest N7000, I apologize for all those times I called you a sack of bolts. Why, you're the most impressive military information and operations unit I've ever met. This unit expresses its gratitude to the hero Kukushu and the soft-looking organic life form. That's right, because we've already talked about Kukushu's rock-hard biceps. This unit could not have succeeded without your help. You're quite welcome. You have a scratching your head animation. This also marks the completion of this unit's duties. With the invasion halted indefinitely, there remains no military operation or conflict requiring this unit's functions, preparing to shut down and enter permanent energy-saving hibernation. Maybe it, oh, that's right, it just got an order to live. Shut down? What nonsense is this? Did you not receive an order to live just a short time ago? Eternal sleep doesn't sound like living to me. That's right, it got a totally new order. Come on, Kukushu, say something and set this bolt head straight, won't you? Why not put your abilities to work for peace? I think, because that's, I think it's more in line with, it's more convincing to go with the latter here. To shut down would be inconsistent with the order Sir gave you. Because why not put your abilities to work for peace is... I mean, it's I like it, but I think this is more likely to be followed. She's right. You were told to live and... I mean, you were the one who came up with that idea, Jammingway. I'm not trying to steal your peanut butter. You were told to live, and live is what you'll do. If you don't have a war to wage anymore, you can use your talents to bring in a new future of peace and hope. But what are the appropriate protocols? This unit possesses little practical experience in peacetime operations. Well, time to get some practical experience. You can access Stigma 4, can you not? By interfacing with its memory banks, might you not be able to find knowledge of lost civilizations? Civilizations you might stimulate. Yeah, finding civilizations you might stimulate is a different kind of game. For the edification of those who live now. Indeed, such a task would be within this unit's capabilities, but what about when that task is complete? Without an ongoing mission, sooner or later this unit is bound to lose its purpose. What happens then? I mean, for more details, see the entire Endwalker expansion. Oh my god. Well, let's see now. I suppose you could always open a cafe? I like the way you think, Jammingway. Back in old Charlie, and there's a... Are we really going this route? I thought Jammingway was just kidding, but maybe not. There's a fine establishment called The Last Stand. People meet there to share food, drink company, and reasons to meet again. Kukushu delivered her world from the brink of despair and helped people dream of a brighter future once more. What if we could do the same for the other civilizations Medion found? Aren't they just dreams? No, but you're talking about going to the actual civilizations and trying to repair the harm you've done. Restorative justice in action. I don't know how receptive the other civilizations, whatever's left of them, will be to an Omicron unit coming to help them, but I think it's a good idea. This unit finds the furry life form suggested. That's not even an insult this time. Difficult to process. And yet, realizing accurate simulations of myriad civilizations, including those the Omicrons have not encountered, would undoubtedly challenge this unit to the fullest. It has a reason to remain active for the foreseeable future. So are you going to use a simulation, or just use a simulation as a test and then go actually do it? Find a way to travel out of here. If you're real, because again, I thought you were just a dream piece. Precisely. See, I knew I was onto something here. Speaking of here, Kakushu, do you know anywhere nearby that could use a good cafe? What could she possibly be saying? There's an empty structure that might be suited for it in the necropolis. Well, why didn't you... I didn't think you meant a literal cafe. You're going to use that little empty abandoned bar as for like a new cafe. We got the whole gang here. Gordona Guardian. Initializing cafe security system. Defenses engaged. Who are you okay. Stigma to 4. Analysis indicates that in order to obey the primary directive live, it will be necessary to establish cooperation with other civilizations. N7000, this unit has taken the liberty of accessing Stigma 4 and simulating a highly advanced war machine from Gordona. Do take care not to be annihilated. I will be careful. Bizarre ending. Utterly bizarre. This and Smileton both. Would you look at that? A spacious counter, outdoor seating, and a fine layer of homey gray dust. Best of all... Do they even drink? No way they drink. Best of all is the view of that massive dead star medium was lurking in for ages, looming ominously overhead. People are going to love this. I guess people can get here from... They can just warp here from, like, from ship to ship, right? From Ragnarok 1 to Ragnarok 2, so it could be an alternative to The Last Stand, I guess. Think about it, it's poetic. The very place where hope was nearly extinguished forevermore, now a beacon of it. This unit has not fully processed the concept of a cafe, but will simulate elements of lost civilizations as its ongoing mission. That'll be just fine, N7000. You focus on what you do best. And leave the rest to me. You're going to be helping, I love that. I'll have you know I learned a thing or two about preparing and serving victuals and beverages in my time at The Last Stand. Not to mention I've come up with the perfect name for a new establishment. The Last Dregs. I don't know if an inspiring moniker, sure. Okay. This unit is unable to process this statement. It must defer to the furry life form's judgment. Again, it's giving you a respectful name here. I'll take that as a yes. Now we had best get to work. There are many preparations to be made before we're ready to open for business. You're more than welcome any time, though, Kakushu. Please tell the other Loporrits I'm not dead. You got it. I will pass word that you are alive and operating a cafe in Ultima Thule with war machines. This unit welcomes Kakushu and reports this unit is currently in the process of observing the residual energy exuded by the dead star. This unit's next task is to analyze the data and utilize it in recreating remnants of lost civilizations from the depths of Medion's memories. A cultural salvage operation, if you would. I love that. Okay. Welcome to The Last Dregs. I'm afraid we're not open for business, but make yourself comfortable. What do you do here? Yeah, we know it. Okay. I am the proud proprietor of this fine establishment, along with my cohorts N7000 and Stigma 4. Together we revive memories of civilizations lost to despair and calamity, and shine the light of hope to you and your companions brought forth upon worlds far and wide. But hear of ancient civilizations. Tell me about this going to build up? Gordona was the first civilizations the Omicrons encountered after achieving interstellar travel. Though the Gordonites themselves were known to be silicon-based life forms, the invaders from the Alphatron star mistakenly concluded that the Gordona's war machines were in fact the true leaders of its civilization. They were thus deemed a threat and summarily eradicated. As for the physical forms and culture of the true Gordonites, further research and analysis is required. They might come back at some point. So that's all we got for now, but maybe this place will grow. Cafe at the End of the Universe, a place where travelers can drink in the sight of the spectacular dead star at Ultima Thule's heart. And a variety of beverages. The name of this is my own creation. Yeah, I was there. A truly ingenious idea, if I do say so myself, which I do, to be clear. By accessing the memory of Siege Matrix Stigma 4 and other data, my assistant N7000... Your assistant. Is that what N7000 would say? Is working to simulate denizens and artifacts of fallen civilizations, that we might share their stories and art with our guests and become a beacon of hope. Right, so they're not actually trying to, like, go to those civilizations because they're pretty much wiped out. They're trying to basically create... remember us. Remember that they once lived. That's going to be it for me for now. This was fantastic. This was utterly fantastic. I'm very happy right now. So that's going to be it for now. Next time we will continue on to the 6.1 MSQ, and we'll see what awaits us there, where the main story is going to go from here. And I have no freaking idea what they're going to do, because everything seems kind of wrapped up for now. So I guess this is where the just other stuff starts. So we'll see what they have in store. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this and you want to let me know, leave a comment. If you like and subscribe, it's certainly much appreciated by me. It feels good to see other people liking it, and it helps other people see the video. So, see you all later. Bye-bye.